Hey, what's going on, guys? MinDQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. This is episode number 174 today for our final season of the Sylvania 300 here at New Hampshire. Richmond was just as well as you expect, I would say. New Hampshire might be about the same thing at this point with all the tire grip that we have. I believe it's somebody's going to get overhauled and repaired. I think it's just you today for repairing. So $400,000 for 2 races, sure thing, yada, yada, yada. Let's get through here. We definitely want to overhaul you. $678 for 2 races. We have all the money in the world. We really don't care. We're not building anything. We're just going to be straight up just repairing everything at this point. I think we're all done with building stuff, so we don't really need to build anything else in this career mode. We're all set and ready to go. Package sponsors, unhappy. You know what else is unhappy? Stuff, actually, because apparently we're only 192 points ahead, but that's okay. Good enough for us. Anyway, of course, the continuation of the default setup challenge is almost done, essentially, at this point. We have to run this chassis here. We'll probably run, we'll probably run this engine. It's really not that big of a difference, I would say. Yeah, not that big of a difference, really. We'll just run this one. And, for the body work, we're probably just gonna use, yeah, we'll use this one. 90 overhaul rated car. Let's get on to New Hampshire. Of course, we gotta make sure we're using the default setup here once again, because we all know this by now. We're gonna set the transition back to manual, and let's begin with qualifying. Alrighty, I don't know what the time to get for practice for pole qualifying time anyway, so it's gonna be fun to see what we can do. The gear ratio, I did notice when I was doing a little bit of practice earlier with this default setup. It is kind of scarily close to redlining, I would say. It's pretty scary. Like, you can even look. It actually goes beyond the 9,000, so it's kind of scary. I hope we don't have that type of situation again like we had at Michigan anyway. I hope we don't have that anyway, because that'd be pretty scary if that's the case. 12th right out of the gate. We got to do a little bit better than that, though. I think we might be able to get pole at this point, as we're going to go underneath the apron, let it go into the center of the corner, and back up we go. Now in the back straightaway we go. We'll let one last time here for qualifying. That's scary how that RPM's like that. I'm probably not going to go full blast on the gas on the straightaways at this point, unless like the tire run's like basically almost done with. All right, lap time's going to be, oh yeah, wow, 26:07. Pole position. I think that's like pole position number umpteenth at this point. 4/10 ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's actually starting and would have been in the pole anyway. Anyway, on to the main show.
Welcome to New Hampshire International Speedway in Loudon for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Sylvania 300. What can we expect to see today, Barney?
This is a tough track for a lot of drivers. These long straights allow the cars to build up velocity going into the flat corners.
The UPS Ford has an impressive average finish this year.
Well, points. Wins are great when they come, but top 10 finishes week after week are what build your points. Heck, you can win the championship on top 10s alone if you're consistent.
Elliott Sadler has really shown some muscle in his qualifying this year.
Yeah, but don't forget, Joe, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
Stanton Barrett really hasn't qualified too well this year.
When you're always starting in the back, it puts extra pressure on the driver and the team. You constantly have to be on your toes, looking for that next position and watching out for wrecks. If you qualify poorly, it makes it that much harder to even have a good finish.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, welcome to Loudon, New Hampshire. 75 laps around this big-ass Martinsville, I would say. I call it a big Martinsville. Anyway, 75 laps, and away we go. Already having a quick acceleration off the line. We leave Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon in the dust. Dale Jr. is going to have his work cut out for him because he's over a full race back at this point in the championship. He's going to have to hope for a miracle. But then again, he has Jeff Gordon he has to worry about. He's trying to make an inside pass for him. We're actually going to be really careful on the throttle here, like coming towards turn 3 and turn 1. As, of course, we saw in qualifying, the the tachometer really likes to go very high up, as you can see. Trying to keep it between that 9,000 mark. I'm hoping when the tire run does actually commence, we can actually, you know, make sure we don't stay at 9,000 anyway, because look at what happens. Yeah, it's just scary how close we really get to that. If the gear ratio was just like a little bit more, we would have been okay. But of course, we're not allowed to even adjust the gear ratios, as Jeff Gordon's really trying to make a pass on us real quickly, and I gotta pay attention to that tachometer. Otherwise, we might be in trouble. He's gonna try to make a outside line pass work for us, but nope, we take the lead back because we got the great corner exit speed. We go. So, what about New Hampshire? Do you think? I mean, do you think there's a way we can actually fix the track in a way, or do you like New Hampshire the way it is? Personally, I'm okay with New Hampshire, like as a whole. Unfortunately, I just think it's a short track package in NASCAR that's kind of like, eh. If there was tire wear like it was at the Bristol race, and yeah, that'd make it be awesome. Anyway, so we're coming towards lap number 10. It looks like Jeff Gordon's still holding on to second. Tony Stewart took third. Mark Martin's inside the top 5, so Dale Jr. is actually outside the top 5. That is very interesting for his little pandemic that he's having right over there. We keep overshooting the corners a little bit, trying to make, I guess, this race a little bit interesting for us anyway. It depends on how this tire wear goes. I mean, I'm looking forward to Dover the next episode because, of course, home track, what rituals. I think this is going to be the next episode for Thunder 2000 career mode, believe it or not, because I know that's coming around the corner as well. I mean, I'm glad y'all are enjoying that career mode anyway, even though this is where it all started here in Thunder 04, but, you know, this playthrough's got to end at some point anyway. It's been going on, at this point, nearly 2 years, and it's got to be done. 5 seasons, I think it's good enough. I think it's fair enough, 5 seasons anyway, especially when you're trying to go back-to-back. We nearly lose the car, because, you know, talking and driving is kind of fun, as long as you're in control of what you're doing anyway. But yeah, another thing too, since it's you know, it's in the works anyway. The Gran Turismo 4 live stream's coming up this Saturday, since Xfinity race I found out is in the afternoon, so that's gonna be awesome to see. So we can actually do that instead. But I was gonna. Excuse me, sir. I know you're better than me in some areas, Mr. Tony Stewart, but. You know, I got a package sponsor to please that's very superstitious and very, you know, keen on the whatchamacallit stuff. Yeah. Anyway, 8:30 on Saturday night is when I'm going to be starting the stream, so definitely want to go check that out. Of course, it's all Eastern time, not anything else. And would you kindly F off, Mr. Tony Stewart? Yeah, eat that wall. I bet that tasted very delicious to you. And now Bobby Labonte's inside the top 5. This has been a revolving door of drivers in the top 5, it seems. Okay, these tires are starting to go away pretty good. I know it's getting really tight. It's getting tight on the corners anyway. Jimmy Johnson's trying to make his presence known. We're actually going to pit very short for this first stint. We're actually going to pit this time and do the old 25 and maybe like 27, 28 on the second stint anyway. I want to try to get as much of a gap as I can. There we go. Yeah, we can't make any adjustments to the car. We're going to be pitting this time. Of course, get ourselves 4 Dr. Feelgoods. That'd be great. Alrighty. You haven't let me down. Let's keep it up, crew. There you go. Keep on changing. Very fast stop. I think that's like one of our fastest stops of the year. That's honestly incredible. So we're, of course, you know, we are out second to last, but that's okay. Basically the whole pit cycle is basically commencing at this point. We just gotta watch out for cars that are actually trying to make their way down to the pits. I.e., like what I'm seeing here. So we're gonna go wide here, but on purpose to try to see if we can get some people coming on in. And oh, I almost ran right into the back of them. See? Almost another Richmond situation. Leaders now come on down pit road. That's Jimmy Johnson. Hopefully the rest of the field starts to come on in. We're now inside the top 10. We got some people that still stayed out, like Herbie Sadler and whoever the 151 car is. I can't tell who that is off the top of my head. Yeah, the race has been kind of perfect so far. I mean, our tire, of course, the car is just very tight. That's just how it is. And corner exit speed is just always pristine for the player, as the AI always seemed to have a great corner entry speed, but the player always had a corner exit speed in this this track. Still, people have yet to come on down. We're now in P3. Looks like I think 2 people have yet to come on in. I'm not sure if one of them is the car in front. I mean, that's Fittipaldi. He's always going to be in the way. I don't know who the leader is. Let's see who it is. It's Mike Bliss. Mike Bliss and Herbie Sadler are the ones that have yet to come down pit road, so Fittipaldi is just about to be his normal state. In fact, we're going to give him a little brotherly shove to let him know that, hey, we're here this time. Don't be stupid. I can't play nice with him. Now Herbie Sadler is the one leading. He's yet to come down pit road. We're about to take the lead from him here in this lap, or maybe the next lap, and we're just going to keep driving away. That's the plan, of course. Driving away from everybody. No if, no stuff, no butts, and no coconuts. I think that's how it is. New leader 88. Coming to lap number 40 anyway. There really hasn't been anything that's been going on. We've been kind of like Oh, Tony Stewart fell back quite a bit. He was actually in second earlier. Now he's in fourth from the after the pit cycle has commenced. Looks like Jimmy Johnson's the one now in second. We were losing a little bit of time to Tony Stewart for like a little while. Then we just gained it all back somewhere. Right front's wearing down because it always does first. That's just how it typically gets here. Unlike NASCAR Thunder 2000 or 03, where it just it wears the left front tire first for some reason. Why does that make sense? I don't know, actually, to be honest. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm not sure if it was like that in Thunder 2002 or NASCAR 2001 or 2000 or 99 or whatever. I don't know. I never really played the older PS1 titles, so I wouldn't know. I actually wouldn't know like how that would work. I know they didn't have full 43 car fields back in the day either. So now Tony Stewart just gets back up to second somehow. He was in fourth, and now he was in second. Tony Stewart magic, of course, always seems to show up when we don't want it to. So now we're about a 4-second lead ahead. We got Ashton Lewis and Kevin Scrubb that's ahead of us now. Yeah, there's really not much to really talk about in this episode. It seems like right now. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be passing lap cars pretty soon. I guess I'll just cut it to when the next pit cycle commences. Really, this has been kind of like a boring episode. I'm not gonna lie. It really isn't that much to really talk about ever since I just took the lead and pulled away. Yeah, I think it's time for us to come on down pit road. It's been our 25 lap window. We're gonna come on in and just make sure we come on down to the pit road barn and get ourselves a new set of four good years. Yeah. Same thing. Let's do this. Come on, pit crew. Choppity chop chop. Well, there's Tina Gordon in pit road. I'm guessing her day's done. Same pit stop as we did before, folks. Same pit stop. Come on. That was somehow even faster than the previous one. Holy crap. Exactly what I was looking for. Look at that. Just look at how fast that stop was. 15-0. That is, I think, the fastest pit stop in a career mode. The pit crew is lightning quick here out there tonight. I'm not sure how or what they were on today, but they were on something. I don't know what it is, but they've been on fire. I hope they keep it up like the rest of the season, though, too. I hope that this wasn't a one-off. We're just behind Tony Stewart, who is actually the race leader. He, of course, obviously has not to come down pit road yet. We're going to be passing him rather shortly here, as we got Jimmy Johnson trying to block us down there for some reason. But don't forget, Mr. Jimmy Johnson, I am inevitable. Is Tony Stewart coming down pit road this time? No, so we got to go past him to this next corner, I believe. He's going to try to block the inside there. We're going to try to get that lap back here. We're gonna go send it down on the inside. I almost forgot what gear my third gear was. And we're gonna take the huge corner exit speed from shifting down, and we're gonna get our lap back. Remember, all these guys have to come back down pit road. So this, I mean, what we're probably having is the race lead at this point. It looks like the people behind us are finally starting to come down pit road. I think they are. Lap 56 coming to lap 56. For them, it's coming to lap 57. We're going to be back up in 11th. Actually, no, not everyone's come down pit road. Who decided to stay out? Let's see. It's Kevin Harvick decided to stay out. Not sure why, but he's gonna eventually have to come down pit road just like everyone else. We'll recycle as the lead because, I mean, look at it. Look at that gap that we kind of pulled on everybody that's back there. They're gonna have to come on in. Are they gonna come in? Nope, not this time, it looks like. So there comes the ones. Oh, I forgot Jay McMurray's still a little bit annoyed with us after I think it was Darlington Shindigs or Bristol's. No, Richmond Shindigs. I'm an idiot. It was the last episode, class of 2003. Just you know, we cooked. Unlike that. Sorry about that, teammate, on my NASCAR Thunder 2000 playthrough. I'm sorry about that. He's probably not happy that I basically denied him of his pit entry there. And I'm going to have to deny... Alright, so now I know he's coming down pit road this time. So we're actually going to let him have the inside line here. Well, we did, but then he just does that. So guess what? You're staying on another lap. If you run out of gas, that's on you. That's on you now if you run out of gas. I really don't want to hear it. I think the AI are really trying to take advantage of that. Because the thing is, if you block an AI from coming down the pit road, they actually won't slam into you. They'll actually stay out on the track. So thankfully now we kind of passed him. And I think he was for a spot. Was he for a spot there? I think he was for a spot, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. So Kenny Walls was actually fighting for a spot. He was trying to come down pit road, but we kind of denied him of that. Jimmy Johnson's the only one that's still out there. Somehow Dale Jr. is in 4th place. I'm not sure if he's come down pit road or not yet. Maybe he has, and somehow he just got a lightning fast stop. I mean, I'm not so sure. I don't think we're done yet with the pit cycle though. This time by, we're going to take over the race lead. And Kenny Wallace is still running in 2nd. He's trying to hope for a miracle or something. He's trying to hope for a caution. It's either that or he's going to run out of gas. He has yet to come down pit road. I think we kind of denied him. We kind of broke his AI or something like that because he's still out there. Is his fuel tank even allowing him to even do all this or what? I mean, he's driving awfully slow, like right about now anyway, as we see who is that? The 151 coming down pit road. There's our teammate in his career mode anyway, Elliott Sadler. Yeah, Dale Jr. somehow, he was like in 10th. I looked at the race stats earlier while I was not recording at that point. He was in 10th. Now he's in fucking 2nd. How? How on earth did that happen? I am not so sure. He was not relevant at all. Unless somehow, some way he is yet to come down pit road. I don't know. I mean, same thing with Kenny Wallace. It's the same thing. I mean, it's only a 6-second gap now between ourselves and Junior. I don't know. I don't know if he took 2 tires or what. I don't know what that man's doing at this point.
Some of the leaders are coming in together.
Clear all around.
I believe that was Kenny Wallace finally coming down to make his final pit stop of the day. He couldn't stay out there any longer.
That's the lap time I'm looking for.
Now the question is Junior also coming down pit road? I don't think so. I really don't think so at this point.
43 car.
I don't know how he manages to get up to 2nd at this point. I really don't know. He was actually in 10th, like 13 seconds back from me. He had to have taken 2 tires or something. He had to have. I don't see any other explanation, but it's either that or he hasn't come down pit road.
26.
Yeah, he's in 2nd right now. Somehow he's somehow in 2nd. He somehow gained like 7 seconds. I don't know how he gained 7 seconds, but he gained 7 seconds. He was legitimately, I looked at the leaderboard at one point during the race. He was 13 seconds back from the leader. Now he's like 6.5 back. How? I actually don't understand. I don't see how unless he somehow have like a 13-second pit stop.
46. 48.
It seems like the AI are just like programmed to finish like 1st and 2nd if they're fighting you in points. So that's just the way I see it. We're gonna try to thread the needle here between Craven and Sadler. That does not work, and that's a 30. Could have been a 10, but that's a 30 instead. Hopefully we can get around our teammate here. I'm still not done with the teammate game at Super Speedway Racing. Literally, Sadler got cucked at Talladega. He got screwed. He literally got screwed. I will say that. I'm not giving up on that. I know we've been like 0 for whatever in terms of like helping teammates win races at Talladega.
Outside.
But like, I don't know. Like, we tried to get Waltrip win, but he blew up. We tried to get Sadler to win, but the game says no for some reason. I don't understand why. I still want justice for that, so don't expect me to try to go for the win at Talladega. I'm gonna go try to help Sadler win a race anyway. Yeah, it's just so dumb. I can't believe that still happened to him. Coming towards the white flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. It's just been an absolute clinic here in the Northeast. We got Dover coming up as well. Junior's falling back to 4th. Again, I still don't understand how he manages to get himself 7 seconds on us. I think the tires are finally going away for him. He'll probably finish in the top 5 somehow. As for us, though, well, it's just another win, baby. All we do is win, no matter what. And I got money on my mind. I can't live it up. Woo! Another win. Another song, another win. I guess we'll do another burnout just for the hell of it. Get ourselves ready to go for our I don't even know. I think it's like either our 12th or 13th win of the season already with this default setup challenge. We just cannot be stopped. We keep adding to our points lead. Now you know why I'm satisfied with how this career mode is pretty much going to end at this point. Yeah, pretty short one. Pretty short amount of burnouts, I would say. Let's move it on to the opposed race.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The UPS Ford comes away with a win.
All the hard work this week has just paid off for that team. That was an awesome win.
The 88 car made some friends out there during the race.
There's no better feeling than trusting the guys around you on the track. If you don't have to worry about the guy behind wrecking you, you can focus on the track and running quick laps.
Heck yeah, boys. Oh, nice to win again in the Northeast where we all live, huh? You happy now, Mr. UPS? You happy now? For God's sake. Seriously. We have 12 or 13 wins this season at this point. I've lost track, okay? I'm trying to balance between 2 different playthroughs. I can't stop winning in this, but yet I can't stop struggling in Thunder 2000. Give me some slack here. Yeah. Well, I'll take that trophy if you don't mind. I'll hang that up upon my wall. I'll put it with the others, I would say. We win today here at the Sylvania 300. Again, because I lost track of how many times at this point. I think it's 12 or 13th time this season we get to sing Ode to Joy as our victory celebration theme. If you know me from the channel at this point, you should all know that's the victory theme at this point. Anyway, only veterans would understand. Anyway, 57 laps left for us. We pretty much put on the clinic here today. I just don't understand how Dale Jr. He fell all the way back to 10th, like 13 seconds back, and then somehow he manages to get up in 2nd somehow. That's kind of weird. Stewart 2nd, Johnson 3rd, Earnhardt 4th, Harvick 5th, Jeff Gordon 6th, Labonte 7th, Kenseth 8th, Newman 9th, and Ward Burton gets himself a top 10 run. Let's take a look at the rest of the grid here. Oh, poor Mark Martin not having any sort of luck this season at all, it seems. Only 16 cars finished on the lead lap. Craven was the last one to go a lap down. As we take a look at the rest of the field, yeah, Tina Gordon was the only one that crashed and burned. Well, our final home race of this career mode is coming up. The Dover 400, the night race at Dover. Dover needs to have a night race in real life. Let's just say, I'm just going to say this now. Yeah, definitely for sure. We put on a clinic here today. We'll probably bring out the Hot Rod Flames for the next 2 episodes anyway. And as always, if you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. We've recently just passed 600 subs not too long ago, and I do appreciate the channel growth. And we'll see you all in the next one here once we actually go to Dover. See you guys then.